Hello, Bill Hayes again. Well guys, quite often I'm asked, what is the best style of shooting? Is it a flip style? Is it a static style? Is it a relaxed style? What is the best style? Well, I can tell you one thing. The most accurate style of shooting is with a frame that is built for through the fork shooting only. That creates less shot fouling, less variables, less everything, and you use a static hold on your front hand. That gives you the most accuracy of all because it creates the least amount of variables. The most powerful type of shooting is a forced flip with the front hand as you pull back with the backhand. What some people will call an active shot. You never actually line it up and freeze it on your target. You're in motion the entire time. This pulls and pulls away from you as you shoot. A shot where you line it up and shoot and it relaxes through it is essentially the same as a static shot on the front hand. So if I were to hold it here and I force my front hand to freeze, or if I force my front hand, or if I allow my front hand to relax through the shot, that's going to create essentially the same amount of feet per second. It's not going to be any different. But if I shoot with a forced flip, I'm like this, and I pull it out of my backhand, that is a forced flip. It creates another variable in there because you're pulling forward, you're pushing forward, and you're pulling back at the same time. It creates another variable, but it also creates a lot more power. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a chronograph here. I'm going to turn it on. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot 3 shots. One will be just an aimed shot. Okay, let me zoom this in for you. And as you see, that's 222.4 feet per second. Another aim shot, 222.7, and one last aim shot. $216.8. Now, a aim shot with a relax on the end, okay, where your wrist just relaxes through it. 220.4. Again. 212.2. And one more. 222.7. So essentially, just an aim shot and a relaxed through it shot will create exactly the same type of feet per second. Now, the most powerful type of shooting is the forced flip. The forced flip is like this. I'm going to try to show you how to do this. My backhand, however I shoot, my backhand is always like this, okay? I'm always going to be pulling back on my backhand. So my backhand is here, I pull like this, and it's always going to be pulling away. And on my release, I pull away like this and I release. Okay, so it's always exactly the same. The front hand is the only thing that's going to be different. The front hand this time, though, is just going to pull it out of my backhand as I go forward. So I'm here like this, and on my shot, this actually pulls it out like this. So it gives me a couple of extra inches there on the pull. All right, now let me shoot a couple over the chronograph to show you what I'm talking about. I'll shoot 3 over the chronograph just to show you the difference in a forced flip and then a regular shot. Okay, forced flip will create 250.8 feet per second. So approximately 28 feet per second more. $247.5, and this is with a forced flip. 260, and we'll do one more, and I'll see if I can time the flip just exactly perfect. Up, wasn't exactly perfect. It's 247.3. Now, every shooting style, of course, has its positives and negatives. The forced flip has the negative of it creates another variable. As I pull forward here, That tends to pull my bands either left, to the left a little bit, which will throw my shots a lot of times a little bit left. But humans have this really unique ability to be able to compensate for things. So your eye, after doing it a little while, will compensate, and it'll overlay in your eye, and you will actually be able to hit your target because you'll compensate. Your body will naturally do it. Now you have to practice that type of shooting a lot for it to start compensating and to do it by nature. But flip shooting is the most powerful type of shooting. But through the forks and shooting with a static front hand is the most accurate style of shooting. Regardless of what style of shooting you use, you want to make sure that you are well above terminal velocity on your slingshot. What I mean by that is, it takes approximately 200 feet per second to kill to make sure of a kill on a rabbit with 44 caliber lead ammunition. Okay, we'll just use that as a benchmark. We'll say 200 feet per second. I know it can be done with less, but we'll just say 200 feet per second, 44 caliber lead ammunition, and that's what you're shooting, and that's what you get. As you saw right there, I'm shooting up to 250 feet per second with a flip. Today is about 69 degrees, almost 70 degrees today. So it's it's not a cold day, but it's not exactly a really warm day. In Texas, in another couple of months, we'll be up past 100. So I'm always going to be well above the terminal ballistic potential on my ammo. No matter what style of shooting I use. So I always use the most accurate style, which would be through the forks with a static front hand. But if you live up north and it's cold, you need to make up for the cold weather killing your bands and killing the strength of your bands. So the only way in which you could probably get a terminal velocity would be by flip shooting at the same time. All right, that should answer a few questions. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.